Hello, everyone. My name is Raymond Neff. I'm a sales engineer with ESET North America. Today, we're going to go over the new rules section in our mail security called Cloud Office Security. So, if you don't have our Cloud Office Security, you should get it. But now we've added a new rules section in it, and I'm going to go over that. So basically, it's in our policy section. So it was added. So if you only show a default policy, that's just our default policy for our email. But you have to create a new policy to be able to add rules and turn those things on. I'm going to go ahead and edit my master policy. I'm going to go into the settings, and then if we look at the rules section, they'll be right at the top. Okay. Right now, you can see I created a geo rule. So basically, the way it works is if the email is not coming from the U.S., go ahead and quarantine the email. So I pretty much negated the country. So if you wanted to just block certain countries that you don't, like Russia or Middle East or anywhere else, you are able to create a rule for those. Basically, quarantine those emails. Now, we do have what we call templates built into this to make it easier. We have over 20 templates of things pre-created for you to be able to set these up. Okay, when we're looking at them, I mean, everybody wants an external sender banner. So if we look at it down here, we negate like the domain. So if it's not your domain and it contains this message ID, it's looking at the STF check, and then it comes down here and says add a banner at the top in gray that it's external, and this email came from an external sender. So it does everything for you when you're looking at these built-in templates. Now, you can set up different suspicious keywords. Of course, you can set up an SPF check, DMARC, DKIM, all types of things. Different quarantine emails with executable attachments. There's a lot of you can do with this. But if I want to create my own, I can skip that and create whatever rule that I want in the environment. If I add a condition, there's a lot of different sources of the condition that, like we did the sender country, even the sender domain age. So if the domain has, is only 3 days old, then go ahead and quarantine any email that comes from that domain with that age. Any kind of attachment name. So a lot of different sources for the anti-spoofing headers, any kind of scan result. If you want to not scan an email, maybe coming from Nova4, those types of things. Or, maybe you don't want HTML files or you don't want password protected files that can't be scanned in the environment. Those types of things, you're able to select that source or any kind of attachment type, extension, and then you could tell it to quarantine the email, move it to junk, or whatever condition that you're able to do that. So this is the new rules section that is in our Cloud Office Security. It's pretty powerful. It gives you a lot more options in your environment to where you can lock it down tighter. And I appreciate your time and have a good day.